Okay. GJRB Online on Spreaker across America, the Gary Russen program, midweek edition, brought to you this time round. And of course, our Spreaker shoutouts being brought to you by Spreaker, S-P-R-E-A-K-E-R, Spreaker, where you can broadcast on the internet like me. Spreaker, great podcast social site, fully dedicated to making you an internet sensation or not. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Great podcasters all over the internet. Great people who are broadcasting. Got a lot of great people on here, I'm telling you. You never know what you can find on GJRB and the followers that are on here. Spreaker is just a great place to be. This is where we do great radio. And some of the podcasters on here, I got half a dozen of them or more. And they bring you some great podcasts. You check them out. And some of them include, we had him on just the beginning of our show, Blake Myers. He has a one called Technical Difficulties. I wonder if he's going to be on the air again real soon. I'm hoping so. Kind of miss him on the air. We'll get hold of him after we get off the air and see what's up later on. Also going to talk about another guy that just started back. His name is BJ McNamara, otherwise known as Black Dragons Radio. He plays great music, just plays great 80s tunes. He's got a free plan. When he gets on the air, he just does 15 minutes. But those 15 minutes, he packs a lot of, like 3 tunes, 80s music. He's fabulous. Black Dragons Radio. Tune in. He's from LaPorte, Texas. Check him out. He's got some great stuff. And he's on Monday through Friday, almost every night at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Along with that, about the same time, about 8 o'clock every night, you want to tune in. On Tuesday night, he was on last night, had a great show. Ed Delgado, the Caramel Conservative. He had a great show. Had some great stuff talking about, we're talking about some of the stuff today. Talking about how they're stealing the innocence of children these days, and we're talking about that. And he had some great stuff yesterday on his show. You can't miss it. Ed Delgado, check out his last night's show. It's available on his site. You get on there, Ed Delgado, and you just go onto his site and play his podcast. It's fabulous. And he's available on Twitter. He's available on a lot of other great social sites, Facebook. But you catch him right here on Spreaker. And he's got the Caramel Conservative. And along with that, just around the corner there, is on 7 mornings a week, is the Radio Hope. Mike Myers and Radio Hope. He's got some great stuff, talks a lot about God, talks about the love of Christ and family. He's just a fabulous show. You check him out. That's Mike Myers and the Radio Hope Network. And I heard 7 mornings a week at 8 o'clock in the morning Central Daylight Time right here on Spreaker. You want to check out his program? And he does a good show. He even has an internet 24/7 stream that he broadcasts on YouTube. There too. But he broadcasts on the TuneIn. And his name is Mike Myers. He has a station called radio. It's called a radio station called Muck, MUKRADIO, Muck Radio. When you get into the TuneIn, just click Muck Radio, MUKRADIO, Muck Radio, and you'll find his program there. He puts on good shows too, but he's got some different programs on there, including Wretched Radio, fabulous show where they witness Christ. This is a fabulous station. And he's got a music show on there, and he plays some great Christian variety, all genre. It's good stuff. That's on Muck Radio on TuneIn. And right around the corner on that, you want to check out some other great podcasters. Bob Huber, the Huber Experience. He's from Illinois. He puts on a good show. It's the Huber Experience. Talks about movies, wrestling, sports, all kinds of stuff. You want to check him out. That's right here on. Those are all on Spreaker. And all you got to do is get on Spreaker. and join the fun of doing this radio stuff. You can start your own podcast. I'm encouraging a couple of people to do that. One is Ben Osman and a few other ones. They could get on here and do a show. You're a member of Spreaker. Just download the Spreaker Studio console, and you're well on your way. 15 minutes free. And that's the only podcast platform that I know of that will offer you free internet broadcasting. Spreaker, Spreaker, and let your voice be known to the world. Share your voice with the world. Share your voice with some good stuff, good programming. Spreaker, and great, fabulous platform with some great people on it. And where can you find all these fabulous podcasters? Well, you can find them by getting on my Spreaker public site, www.spreaker.com/user/5120525, or I am the Radio Maniac. And when you get into the Twitter page, just look for the Antique Radio emblem. It'll open up into a widget, and when you get in there, you can hit that icon where it's a balloon, and you'll get in the chat room and say hi. We have one listener live right now, and you can listen to us live that way. Hi, Black Dragons. He is on live with us right now. Black Dragons Radio came on for a while until start my radio broadcast up tonight. Yep, you're coming up at 7 o'clock? You're coming up next on Spreaker right after we get done here. Yep, you're on next. And yeah, what was it though? You were on last night. I checked your podcast, but you only had 12 minutes, and there was like no, there was like no waves on there. I checked it last night, and I was wondering what the heck. Yeah. What was up with that? Yeah, thank you so much, hey Gary. I'm glad to hear you tonight. Running into some issues. Is it your internet connection? I was wondering about that. Could be any one of those, because I see a line but no waves. Like you're broadcasting for 12 minutes, but you're not getting out or something. So I wonder what's up with that. Your internet provider, something is causing you not to be able to broadcast. No, it was my mic. Oh, got that fixed tonight? Well, look forward to hearing you 7 o'clock right here on Spreaker. I think I know what's the issue was. Okay, great. So he's coming up next, Black Dragons Radio, right here on Spreaker. So check him out. And where you can find him? You just get into my Spreaker public site. You'll see a Radio Maniac. You can get in there. You'll see my Antique Radio emblem. You can say hi, just like Black Dragons. And not only that, when you get into the page, all you got to do is go into where it says following. And you'll see all the rundown of all the podcasters that I follow. All the podcasters I follow. You'll get in there, you'll see all of them. USA Radio, Quest Nation, Zachary Baroque, otherwise known as Zach Friller. He has a great station in there called MTFB Aviation Network. They play some great tunes. He has a show called 5 O'Clock Somewhere. He plays country, he plays rock. It's fabulous. Check him out. That is MTFB Aviation Network. That is a great station, too. They play some great music on there. And again, Black Dragons Radio coming up at 7 o'clock. You got Black Dog Indie Country Radio. And just recently, as of, I think, let me see if I can go find that. I think it was the 12th. OBFSU, our Big Fat Soft Underbelly, has a new belly blast, and you've got to hear it. Where are the real Christian warriors? Oh, man, I'll tell you what. That really packs a lot of message. Check him out. OBFSU, our Big Fat Soft Underbelly from Houston. Check that show out and listen to that podcast. As a matter of fact, Ed played it yesterday on the Caramel Conservative, and it was outstanding. So I'm going to probably be running that on my local side, probably on Saturday before I come on, because it's absolutely incredible. I mean, check that out. It really is an incredible podcast. The Belly Blast was good this time. And so check that out. And those are all the podcasts. Black Dragons Radio. Tune in next. And like I said before, all you got to do is get into the Spreaker public site where I have my show. And it's www.spreaker.com/user/5120525. And right there under the Gary Russen program. And of course, I post everywhere, but you'll find my show right there. And underneath, you'll see Black Dragons Radio on the chat room. You could do that same thing and say hi to me right in the Spreaker chat room. And while you're listening to the show, and say hi. It's absolutely fabulous. So tune into that. And don't forget, sign up for Spreaker. If you're not signed up yet, you won't hear all these great stations like Black Dragons. Get on there. Sign up for Spreaker. And when you do, you can get 15 minutes for free. And I don't know any other podcast platform. And I was asking about that yesterday, Black Dragons. Do you know of any other podcast platform that offers free podcasting? All I know is Spreaker so far. So check it out. Be a member. Just start an account and get a password, and you're in. And you can be on Spreaker. Spreaker, speaker spelled wrong on purpose. Spreaker. And let your voice be known to the world. Spreaker. Yeah, that's only on Spreaker. Yeah, absolutely right. What do you think of that, Black Dragons? That is my commercial for Spreaker. And I'm not, that's off my head. That's no live copy. I do this live off the top of my head. But I'm thinking about writing a live copy because I sponsor my Spreaker shout-outs and promotions by Spreaker because I think it's appropriate. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I write my own commercials. I write a lot of my own commercials, and sometimes I do commercials for other podcasters, for other podcast stations. So if you want me to do a commercial for your station, I will do that. Let me see here. 9 minutes before 7 o'clock Central Daylight Time, and 9 more minutes. I'm sure Black Dragons is going to get started, and I'm going to be going off the air, and over on our closed circuit signal here in Clinton, Iowa, my 9-foot will be joining our partner station here, KROS, for the River City Sports Review, and I'm going to be heading on out here. So we'll be closing up. But want to thank Black Dragons Radio for joining me today, and Blake Myers from Boone. Blake Myers, who has a great podcast called Technical Difficulties. Hasn't been on the air for a while. Hoping to hear from him real soon, because he has a great program too. Plays some great music and talks, and does movie reviews and games and stuff like that too. Just like Huber. He does a good show too. Bob Huber, the Huber Experience. Yeah, you're welcome. Absolutely. Like I said, promote a lot of great podcasters who put on good shows here, and Black Dragons is one of them. So we're going to hear and see how you sound, and we'll drop in on you real quick before I head off and make supper and stuff and get things done with my wife and that. So we're going to be doing that next. And then I will not be on the air tomorrow, other than I'll be broadcasting from our church studios. I was telling you, I don't know if you heard that, Black Dragons, but I have a second studio on the other side of town here at our church. It's I call it the Church of Christ Studio B, and I put on the Gary J in the Morning Show from there. And sometimes I'll have various guests, and I play Christian rock. And it's kind of a fun show. You'll have to check that out. It's from our Spreaker studios down on the other side of town here at the Church of Christ Studios here in Clinton. We'll be on the air live from there tomorrow morning for a little bit. And then Friday, I'm taking that day off. I got some stuff to do. I got some shows to write. I got to finish way out there. and a few other programs I'm working on, and so I will not be on the air on Saturday. I've got to clean out this Spreaker public site because I got 82% and I'm running out of broadcast space. So I have to go in and clean up all my shows from late August and into September. So I've got to get rid of my August, September podcast to make room. So I'm going to be working on that tomorrow a little bit and Friday. And then I'll be on the air Saturday with the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, live right here on Spreaker. So check that out. It's going to be good stuff, I'm telling you what. All right, let me see. I'm going to go ahead before I go off the air and do one more weather on the 5s for Clinton, Iowa before we close out today. And take a look at our Clinton weather forecast. That's for Clinton, Iowa. And if you'd like to have your area on weather on the 5s, and I'm going to make a promo for that, by the way. Our area on here on weather on the 5s, let me know and drop me a line here, and we'll tell your weather for your community. Just let me know where you're at, and we'll do your weather for your town. Okay, so check that out. Weather on the 5s, and we're going to do Clinton, Iowa's weather right now as we do that. And according to the Mayer Farms Eagle Point station, it's 46 degrees right now in Clinton. It really dropped like about maybe 7 degrees since last hour. Wow. I mean, it really tanked. We have winds out of the northwest at 5 miles per hour, gusting to 10. It's going to be a little warmer tomorrow. So that's good. Barometric pressure, 30.05 inches of mercury, 10-mile visibility, partly cloudy. Right now, 36 degrees on the dew point, and it's 67% relative humidity. We have a moderate UV index of 4, air quality 29, and you have a ragweed pollen count low. Once again, 0% on that right now, dry conditions. But tonight we're expecting 10% chance of precipitation, considerable cloudiness this evening, some decrease in clouds later. Wind's going to calm down a little bit. Low 35 degrees with northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 10% chance of precipitation. Partly cloudy skies, a high of 56. Winds light and variable. And tomorrow night, another 10% chance of precipitation. Mainly clear early, and then a few clouds later with a low of 38 degrees. Tomorrow night, it's going to get chilly. Downright wintry east-southeast winds, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Once again, current temperature at our Spreaker Studios, 46 degrees, according to the Mayer Farms Eagle Point station. 46 degrees, feels like 43. And that's our weather on the 5s. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 45 past the hour on all music shows, 25 and 55 on all talk shows, or any time in the hour that ends in 5. 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 minutes past the hour on GJRB Online. I know how that goes, Gary, working on stuff. I got stuff to work on myself. Yeah, I know. Yeah, tell me so. That's why Friday I got a lot of things to do. I'm working on my Way Out There show, which is my Way Out There show is kind of like Coast to Coast. I talk about aliens, UFOs, stuff like that. And I have a feature called After Death. And I talk about people who have died on the table, went to the afterlife, and came back and tell about it. People talk. I've been doing shows about people who have gone to hell and back. It's really spooky. And I've been talking a lot about that, but we're going to be switching back to heaven here pretty soon because I'd rather go there than go to hell. Gotta tell you that much. You better believe it. All right, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to leave room for Black Dragons to get started with his show, and I am going to back out of here and say goodbye. That's been a fabulous show. Stay tuned now for Black Dragons Radio coming up next year on Spreaker with some great stuff. Until then, thanks a lot for tuning in. I always enjoy doing this show. Always enjoy talking to you people, and we'll be back again on Saturday. We'll do it with another show, but we'll be back again tomorrow morning, briefly, at the Church of Christ Studios, and back again on Saturday for the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra. So you'll want to tune in for that. And I'm going to pull up my theme, get that ready to go so we can sign off. Got to go into my theme and roll that down and get my theme here. Okay, let's see here. New theme. Here we go. New theme. All right, that means we talking. Okay, there we go. So that's going to wrap it up for the Gary Russen program, midweek edition. We'll be back again tomorrow morning for the Church of Christ, briefly. And then we'll be back on Saturday for the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, 3 o'clock Central. Stay tuned now for Black Dragons Radio coming up next right here on Spreaker. Until then, I'm Gary J. Russen. Have your best night ever. So long, everyone. Oh, and by the way, thanks a lot for Black Dragons Radio, BJ for joining us in the chat room, and Blake Myers for stopping in. Have yourself a best night ever. So long, everyone. This is the GJRB Online Network.